Hello, and thanks for joining me here for another episode of Storytime. I'm going to read you an excerpt from my latest collection called Mistletoe Magic and Other Holiday Tales, which, from the title, you can pretty much figure has something to do with the December holidays. And the excerpt is coming from the short story entitled Holiday Reunion. Who the sound that had penetrated my sleep-numb brain was my doorbell, unaccountably ringing at 7 a.m. It was too early for door-to-door salespeople, and too late for nocturnal thieves casing the joint. That left only one category. Yet another of my relatives. Anyone would think I posted a welcome sign out front, I muttered as I slid out from underneath the bed covers, then pulled the blanket back over baby Freddie. Not that he was a baby anymore, mind you. He'd be the first to tell you, "I'm not baby, I fui," if you dared call him baby to his face. But that was the only way to distinguish him in conversation and mind from his father, Freddie, who was chronologically 3 decades his senior, but his equal in maturity. "There's nothing wrong with Freddie that a good swift kick wouldn't solve," my father once said, and I had to agree with him. Just yesterday, Freddie was eating peanut butter right out of the jar. Not the store brand either, mind you, but the organic one that cost me $4 a bottle. An early Christmas present from me to me. That was bad enough. But he had opted to skip the utensil route and was instead dipping his finger into the spread. "For God's sakes, Freddie," I said. But he just lifted his eyebrows at me before screwing on the lid and putting the jar back where he got it. Remembering the episode, I could feel my blood pressure start to rise. Before this, stress had never been a problem for me, but then I never had a house full of relatives descend on me like a horde of locusts, eating and drinking everything in sight, including, it appeared, when I checked the refrigerator last night, my flavored coffee creamer. It was my only indulgence, and now it was gone. Oh, the container was still there. Someone had thoughtfully set it back in the refrigerator, but the contents had vanished. "Freddie again," I had sighed, pulling out a half-empty carton of skim milk. Maybe if I added a little vanilla flavoring, I could pretend it was the good stuff. Pretending. Now, that was what had gotten me into this mess in the first place. My father had always warned me about my tendency to pretend, to be less than honest. In short, to be the polite little girl my maternal parent had raised. "You're just like your mother, you know," he had told me time and time again. If she was being held up, she'd apologize to the robber for not having enough money. "You need to speak your mind, Cassie, or the world will walk all over you." Or in this case, walk in on me with luggage in hand, unannounced, unwanted, and clearly unmoving, at least for the next few days. Little excerpt from Mistletoe Magic. I know, the holidays are supposed to be a time for family, and isn't it wonderful to all gather around the piano or whatever it is we listen to music on and, pop popcorn, eat treats, drink eggnog, whatever it is. You know how they show it on TV. Everybody is so happy to see each other. And don't we wish that was always the case? Even if we love our relatives, even if, we're happy to see them, that happiness can wear pretty thin if they stay too long. And if they are less than well-behaving guests, as clearly Freddie is, and who knows who else is now walking through Cassie's front door. Anyways, I thought it would be fun to write a story about a holiday reunion, one that she hadn't planned on, and see what happens when the family gets together and Is there any possibility of it being a good holiday reunion? Or will, by the end of it all, Cassie will be pulling her hair out or taking blood pressure medicine, or possibly both? So you will have to read Holiday Reunion from Mistletoe Magic to find out exactly how well did Cassie handle this horde of locusts, aka her relatives, and what happens by the time December 25th rolls around. Thanks for being part of today's story time.